Well, good afternoon, everyone. I know you've missed me. I've missed you guys as well. So, just wanted to follow up. I told you I'd do some follow-up videos on my Alaskan adventure. So, just wanted to crunch some numbers here today. I know I had a lot of questions about the final cost of that trip. So, I spent the last couple of days putting all the numbers together, and I think I'm pretty spot on as far as that goes. Of course, my numbers are going to be totally different than yours. So, don't say, well, you said it's only going to cost whatever to go to Alaska. Well, it depends quite a bit. It depends on the number of people you got, what you want to do, how long you want to stay, what kind of vehicle you're driving, how fast you drive, your gas mileage, and everything else. So anyway, let's get into the numbers here. You can take a look at the slides as I go through them here. But first off, the total number of miles was 11,836 miles, and that was all done within 33 days. So that gives you an average of 359 miles a day. So of course, if you look at some of my videos, I know some of them have the mileage on there and some don't, but there was some that, I didn't even drive 100 miles a day, and then there was others I drove over 600 a day. So it really just depends. But so that's the mileage, and I even broke it down a little further, and I spent over 600 hours in the car. So as a result of that, I did have some medical complications, some pitting edema. I don't know if anyone knows medical terminology, but basically that means it's swelling of the lower extremities as far as fluid buildup. So it's a kind of a precursor to congestive heart failure. So I'm still dealing with that, but I don't know if that was a direct result of spending that much time in the car or not, but certainly didn't help matters. So anyway, I'm doing okay on that. So anyway, the next one is the cash. I strongly suggest that you take actual cash with you. There was a few places, especially in Dawson City, some of the restaurants there that did not accept credit cards. So Hot Springs was another one that there was a discount if you actually paid cash instead of use the card. There was no credit card fee attached. So I would suggest that you take at least $500 of Canadian and 500 US. I took a little bit more than that. I didn't need it, but for one person, I would say at least $500 in each, because you never know. You're going to get places where the credit card or the card lock system's not going to work. You may have to pay cash for fuel and stuff. So make sure that you have some cash on hand. So for that, I took 125 Canadian is what I did the numbers. I think I spent and about $100 in US funds as far as cash goes. Now, when I came back from Canada, I actually came back on a Sunday, and the banks were closed, of course. It was Sunday morning. So I couldn't exchange my Canadian currency back into US before I came back into the States. So I actually went to my local bank, and they charged me $15 to do that. They will not take coins. They only take the paper money. So if you have a lot of Canadian coins, then that's going to be a gift for someone for Christmas. So they don't take the coins, they only take the paper. And your bank may charge a fee, mine did. Okay, camera shut off again on me there. But anyway, like I was saying, my bank charged $15 for the currency exchange. Yours may or may not. Next slide, we've got internet That is solely Starlink. I paid $150 a month for the mobile package within North America. It's well worth it. If there was more than one person in the vehicle, I would strongly suggest just paying the additional fee for the mobility and the in motion, because it came in extremely helpful. The cell phone provider that I had, my phone did not work at all in Canada or Alaska. So we'll just leave it at that. But anyway, that was unexpected. It worked fine on Wi-Fi, so if I needed to make a call or during work, I would just put out the Starlink, get a connection established, which was a matter of minutes, and I could make all the phone calls I wanted online, super fast speeds. I had some speeds 300 plus down and 125 up, so that's basically unheard of. That's much better than I have at home. But anyway, so 300, 150 a month for 2 months. Basically it was for a month before and a month after, a few weeks, so that's the reason it's 300 and not 150. Lodging came to $236.58. Those were totally optional. That was for basically 3 nights. It was for 1 night in Angle Inlet, Minnesota, for camping in a parking lot. So don't know if that was really worth it, but there's really no place else to park there. So that was kind of a have to. The other one was in Dawson Creek to prep for the Alaskan, and got some laundry and other things done, and got the car kind of organized, so that was useful. And the third night was in Gillette, Wyoming, coming back, and that was just a treat to myself to actually have a hot shower and a bed to lay in. So those were totally optional. So the rest of the 30 days was totally free. There is so much free camping up there in Canada and US both, that you literally don't have to pay for anything unless you require hookups. You have an RV or something, but dry camping, boondocking, whatever you want to call it, totally doable with no cost whatsoever. And I'll probably do a video with some of the spots I stayed and points of interest and stuff down the road, just to kind of give you a heads up so you have something to go off of. There's plenty of websites and apps that you can use to find spots. You got to double check those, because a lot of those I checked, they've changed. Especially South Dakota, a lot of those are anti-camping now, so I don't know what changed there, but a lot of those spots are posted or listed on those websites are no longer accepting them. Let's see, parking was $8.75. That was for 2, that was $5 for a day use pass for one of the Alaska state parks, and the other $3.75 was for parking at the University of Alaska, the history museum there. The next big one we've got is fuel, of course. It was $1,190.85. I was getting 36 plus miles per gallon, so that was a benefit. But prices range from almost $7+ per liter, if you want to call it that, in Canada, up on the Dempster, to $2.80 or $2.98, I believe, was the cheapest that I had in the States coming back per gallon. So didn't really break it down that granular, but fuel is going to be a big big player in your trip either way. And there again, it depends on what you drive. If you need the premium, if you need diesel, if you need DEF to go with the diesel or whatever else. I would say, if you drive something that requires diesel or premium, probably a good idea to take an extra can with you, because not all stations have that, and sometimes it's a little hard to find, especially DEF. I would stock up on that and take it with you, or stop at Costco or Walmart or something when you get up there and top it off. On that note, gifts, I've spent $212.52. That's just souvenirs, t-shirts, stickers, a few things for friends and family that I got brought back. So, and then $11.95 for the Garmin GPS. It was a satellite tracking device. I checked in twice a day, at the start of my day and end of the day, and I had a list of people on that receive when I would press that button. At least they knew that I survived the night and when I ended my day, and it gave the GPS coordinates, so it's a safety feature. Plus there's an SOS button on there as well, and I paid for the insurance, medevac insurance, and extrication policy on that. But that's $11.95 is for 1 month. That is an annual plan and does not include the device. It does not include the rest of the package that goes with it. So I broke it down for a 30-day stint there. It's the reason it's so cheap. Next one is attractions, $63. That was based on some of those museums I went to, points of interest, the tolls for the tunnel, the Whittier Tunnel, and some other stops I made there. So that's all packaged into the attractions for $63. Auto repair was $108.90. That was for one oil change, full synthetic, in Fairbanks, Alaska, at Toyota dealership. So I had the oil change before I left. Have changed it every 5,000 miles. Long story short, I was at 7,500 by the time I got up there, so I was over 2,500. I had to get it changed before I got back. There was a 2-week wait to get in to get an oil change, unless I went to Jiffy Lube or someplace like that, but I prefer not to. So that was for one oil change. I got back, and actually I'm due for another oil change. I'm going to take care of it this week, so that will be 3 oil changes for me within 6 weeks. So I'll have pretty close to 15,000 miles in. And then food. We all have to eat. So $864.90 for food. I tried to limit myself to 1 meal per day, actually eating out. You can't go and not try the local food. So, and then the other food was cooked. So that includes groceries and cooking. Either I didn't cook at camp. I would cook and then move before I camped for the night, just because I didn't want to attract any unwanted visitors during the evening. But that was cooking alongside the roadway, or lunch, or whatever else may be. But so that's wrapped up into that. And now for the final total. We are at $2,997.45 for a total. That does not include the extra $225 for the cash estimate. But either way, I'm under $100 a day for a 33-day trip through Alaska and Canada with almost 12,000 miles traveled. So you can break that down and think about it for a little bit, but you know, if you're planning a trip like that, I would say at least $100 per person per day is your minimum that you're looking at. So it's definitely not cheap. There was some basic meals in Alaska that was almost $30 just for breakfast, and you know, I could get that same meal in the lower 48 for you know, $10, $12, something like that. So it's just prices up there. They have about 4 days supply of food. Everything has to be trucked in, so I get it. But even groceries are more expensive up there. So, you know, a gallon of water in the store is almost $2 a gallon. So you got to be a little resourceful on your stuff. So, but anyway, hopefully that answers some of the questions. I don't want to drag this out forever, but I'll do some follow-up videos on border crossings and points of interest and camping locations and stuff like that here in the next few days. But I just want to get this one out for you. I do want to thank everyone that has donated through Venmo. It's really helped out on this trip. You know, there's certain people, and you know who you are, but don't want to mention any names, but I just want to throw out a blanket thank you there, and it's really helped. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a good day.